Welcome to Wiley and Company Homestead. Today we have a kind of fun project. One of the crazes that's been going around, I think it started on Instagram about 10 months ago, 12, and a lot of people have been trying it out. It's called seed snails, and I've done a lot of watching videos, and actually I've already done a batch previously. And one of the reasons I wanted to try it is because we have a really hard time with sowing seeds around here, and it just seems not to work out for us, so we're hoping this maybe will work this year. And a lot of people might use one particular material, and I thought it would be fun to try to experiment with the different materials that I found around our home. So basically what you need to make the seed snails, from a lot of the videos I've watched, people use different material, and one of the key concepts is to try to use the things that you have to recycle. A lot of people use foam. A lot of people use bubble wrap. Some type of plastic maybe. These are from a drink box that I cut out. Paper is very popular. However, there's been pros and cons about paper, because when it gets wet, after some time it will disintegrate, and also some people said the roots kind of stick to the paper. But I'm actually going to demonstrate doing spinach in the paper, because we're going to directly put this in the ground when we get ready to garden. So it'll be decomposed. I'm going to wrap it in plastic. Also, I have a bag here that my son accidentally broke the handles on it, so it's a plastic with kind of a cloth material, so we're going to make one with that. Okay, and this is roofing material that my husband uses in his roofing work, and it's really great because it has a grid on the back so you can cut your sheets. And then lastly, we have seen burlap used, and these are just some bags that I got that were wrapped around coffee, and obviously they're not that big, so I duct taped two together. But a couple of the flowers or whatever I'm gonna try to put in the snails. I'm not gonna do a lot of seeds, so I don't need a huge long piece. I'm going to try some different materials because I've seen it done with all these, and see which works best. Another thing you're going to need obviously is seeds. We're going to use rubber bands. You need a Sharpie to, obviously you want to mark what seeds you're going to use, and some water to spray the dirt. I know this isn't a huge bottle, but I couldn't find my big spray bottle. Scissors if you haven't cut your material, but we already have. And lastly, you can either write on the outside, but obviously burlap and stuff, things like that, which are more material you can't write on. So I just happen to have these Snail things, and let's just make them creative, like the snail antennas. And I've already written what I'm going to be planting on them, and actually on the back I've written how deep they need to be sown and how far apart. But with the seed cells, you don't have to be as particular about the spacing, because a lot of times you're going to take the plants apart and individually plant them. Alright, so, oh, and also trays to put it in. Some people do, I don't know what I did with it, use a pot and put each one in, but the whole idea behind this is to save space. And also I think in a pot they're not going to get good airflow around them, so, okay. So, oh, okay. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is, get this out of the way. This is probably about a 3-foot piece of paper, and I have some spinach. I generally direct sow spinach, but we're going to go ahead and try some, and then like I said, when this, if it comes up, then we will be planting the whole sheet into the ground. Okay, and then I'm also going to, since a lot of people say the paper doesn't hold the water moisture, I'm going to put a piece of plastic under it. So obviously this is not the same length, and that's okay because we can cut it down, right? And you can make these any size you need to make them. Important key to remember is you want to leave some on the end so that when you roll them, you'll have something, the dirt won't fall all the way through. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wet this paper down a little bit. And another great thing about having the trays is you can water them from the bottom as opposed to watering them from the top. And like I said in the introduction, this is an experiment. I haven't had the best luck with seed starting, so I'm not buying the most expensive seeds. I actually purchase seeds at our local Dollar Tree store. You just put some soil down. You know, try to be a little neat about it, right? I know too, you can do a thin layer starting to get them germinated, and then later on, once they take off, some people do unroll them and add more soil into them. And there's two ways. You can go ahead and sow the seeds and then roll it, or you can roll them up and then put the seeds in the top. Because the spinach are a little bit bigger, you know, I kind of can see where I'm putting them, right? And also I wrote on the back 1/2 inch, so that's probably a little more than 1/2 inch, but that's okay. Spinach gets a little big. I'm probably spacing it about 1 inch apart because, like I said, I'm going to put these in directly in the ground. Some people use tweezers to put their seeds in. I don't know if I could do it any easier that way. So we're going to do 2 rows of spinach because, like I said, we cut these down. And you can add a little bit of more soil on top of there just to kind of hold them in. I am using a potting soil that I got. I've already done one batch where I've used a compost soil, nothing special. And we'll just see what takes. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this in because I want to roll it with it because they're going to be tight and it'll be hard to put them in. And that's another reason I also put the tag kind of high. Just want to take it and roll it up like the snail. And once we get these done, we're going to actually take them in the house because we are in the middle of winter and we're expecting our first pretty big snowstorm tomorrow. In fact, the sun's already gone out. Alright, and then we just take a rubber band and I will water these once I get them in the house again. Some people also use plastic spoons, knives, put them in the side and mark them.
I'm recording.
Okay. Is my phone in the way? And there's a now in this board. I think that's a different board. And we have Wiley here, not assisting much other than standing. Now if he'd sit on my feet, that would be cool. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's getting very chilly. Okay, this is going to be a big one because I'm putting two. So this is an experiment. Yes, most people sew these, just broadcast them. I've done that for like 4 or 5 years and stuff never comes up. So we're going to try this and then just plant them into the wheelbarrows that we have up. But I am kind of going to broadcast them in here, right? And we'll see what comes up. So as I explained earlier, we have a very acidic soil because of the clay, and stuff starts to come up and then it just quits growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, where's my other pack of these? Here. And also, sometimes wildflowers need to be sown in the fall for them to really get all of them out of there. Okay.
And this is the special sauce.
Yep. And this is my garden cottage. Water, that's the special sauce.
Yeah.
Can I get around that now? Actually, it's not as big as I thought. Maybe because of the plastic. Yep, I think. I didn't do it twice like you did the other day, huh? I'll just put a little extra in the soil. So, okay. Alright, because I'm doing a marigold in this bubble wrap. And there's not a lot of seeds in this packet, so I'm spacing them out a little more, which is fine because marigolds. And these are, once they take off, I will replant them in planters around more or less our chicken coop because marigolds are snake terrors, according to my son. Huh? There was more in this pack. So. another thing out of that one. Can you hold that rubber band? Because I think this is a 2 pieces of bubble wrap, so hopefully I can catch it on the roll. The other piece. Because it's bubble wrap we have a lay around, but we do a lot of shipping, and so bubble wrap is a premium. Good, we can snag Daddy's camera, huh? Okay. One more rubber band, please. I'm going to try to double it so it's tight. There we go. Go ahead and put one on the bottom. And some people use duct tape, but I'm afraid the tape's going to lose its adhesive after a while when you're watering them, right? So there's our marigolds. And we'll do a marigold in this. And I don't have a label for it, but that's okay. I'll know what Okay. Still got a few from this. This pack had a lot. Okay. Rubber band, please. As you can see, the foam wraps up really easy. He looks lonely without his antennas, doesn't he? Huh. It's okay. And we'll go ahead and add a little bit more on the top. So when we water, alright. Here's our Mod Podge of different materials, trying to see if this seed snail idea will take root. And we will be checking back here in a couple weeks to see what we got. Okay, I just wanted to show you real quick. We brought them into the house, and I did a watering, and I also wanted to show you the ones that we did a few days back. All of these were my first ones. They were all done in craft paper, and as you can see, there's a little bit of inconsistency. Some of the craft paper is drying out, but we are starting to get a few little seeds, and a lot of these seeds in these first ones are older seeds, and I actually did a pre-germination process where I put them in water and hydrogen peroxide to kind of wake them up. They, like I said, they're older seeds, so I'm not sure if they're all going to come through. But just to give you a general idea, this is our setup. We don't have shelves or anything right now, but I will, now that I've watered them, I will check them in the morning and probably add water from the bottom. I did water them from the top the first time. And I'm also going to cover them with some plastic just to give them like a greenhouse effect. We do have a light on them right now because we have a little bit of a temperature issue in our house, and just give a little bit more warmth to them. And obviously they're going to need the light when the plants start coming through. Be the best choice. Bubble wrap plastic or paper or burlap or foam. So stick with us. We're gonna just keep working this process and see what works for us.